Senator McConnell, regarding the Trump raid, your thoughts? Just what I thought. I'm Jazz Borganzo, and this is what's next. Hey, what's up, everyone? Jazz Borganzo. What's next? Happy Wednesday. Well, excuse me. In the aftermath of the Trump raid by the FBI because of so-called confidential documentation in his possession, potentially in his possession, because we really don't know, a number of prominent people have stepped up to denounce this. You've had a number of Republican senators and congressmen, including one Governor Ron Macho Man DeSantis, who called it a banana republic. And of course, you had podcaster and former Secret Service agent Dan Bongino, roast this raid and roast the Dementia administration. But regarding some DCites, one Senator Mitch McConnell, yes, we were waiting with bated breath in regards to his thoughts on this Trump raid and how he would be just angry about this. Or was he? Let's take a look. This comes out of Breitbart. Mitch McConnell refuses to answer questions on the FBI raid at Mara Lago. There he is, Mr. Sing Along with Mitch, Cocaine Mitch, Ditch Mitch, sing along with Mitch, however you want to phrase it. Senator Minority Leader Mitch McConnell refused to answer questions about the FBI's raid on Mara Lago, the home of former President Donald Trump. During a press event, when McConnell was asked about his reaction to the FBI raid at Mara Lago, he quickly responded, "I'm here today to talk about the flood and the recovery of the flood." Of course, Senator Minority Leader Mitch McConnell refuses to answer questions about the FBI raid of Trump's Mar-a-Lago residence. Question, what was your reaction? McConnell, I'm here about the flood. But we'll hear his comments just a little bit later. Breitbart News attempted to reach McConnell's office for comment earlier Tuesday morning and had not heard back at the time of publication. The minority leader had not made any public announcement regarding the raid and appeared to show no concern. At the time, 3 Republican senators in leadership have issued public statements condemning the raid, including Senate Republican Conference Chair John Barrasso, National Republican Senator Committee Chair Rick Scott out of Florida, and Senate Republican Conference Vice Chair Joni Ernst. At the time, the White House played dumb by insisting that President Joe Dementia had no prior knowledge. Well, are they really playing dumb? Because the man doesn't know what day it is. You really think this went through him? Yeah, I'm going to go with a no on that. Quote, the president was not briefed and was not aware. No one from the White House was given a heads up, White House Press Secretary Jean-Luc Picard claimed on Tuesday. On Monday night, the former president, in a lengthy statement, was the first to confirm the FBI raids home on Palm Beach. Quote, these are dark times for a nation. At his home is currently under siege, raided, occupied, and broken into by a large group of FBI agents, he said in a written statement. Nothing like this has ever happened to a president of the United States before. And of course, this was coming from the former president and not from Joe Dementia. The raid was reportedly focused on documents that Trump allegedly took with him when he left the White House. The report claimed that some of the material allegedly taken included, quote unquote, classified information. Interesting. However, in an interview in May with Breitbart, Christina Wong, Kash Patel, a former Trump administration official, said the claims that classified materials were found at Mar-a-Lago are misleading. And since the documents were actually already declassified by then President Donald Trump, but the classification markings had not been updated. Many others responded to the raid, angered of the abuse of power by the FBI and the Democrats. Donald Trump Jr., the eldest child and the former president, also reacted by saying the Democrats are, quote, openly targeting their political enemies. President Joe Dementia, out-of-control DOJ, is ripping the country apart by how they're openly targeting their political enemies, Trump said on social media. This is what you see in third world banana republics. Republican National Committee. Chairwoman Ronna McDaniel called the FBI outrageous raid of abuse of power and must stop and will be stopped come November. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. Classic. Countless times we had examples of Democrats flouting the law and abusing power with no recourse, said McDaniel added. Democrats continue to weaponize their bureaucracy against the Republicans. Fact. In fact, Florida State Representative Anthony Sabatini, who is running for Congress in the 7th Congressional District, called for an emergency legislative session to amend the state laws on federal agencies and to sever all ties with the DOJ immediately. Any FBI agent conducting law enforcement functions outside the purview of the state should be arrested upon sight, Sabatini said in a fiery statement following the raid. Now,
what is your reaction to the FBI raid yesterday at Mara Lago?
I'm here today to talk about the flood and the recovery from the flood.
Mr. Root and Branch. Mr. Root and Branch. Now we go from that to this. This also comes out of Breitbart. Watch. The thunder rolls as President Donald Trump releases a dramatic political video after the FBI raid at Mar-a-Lago. There's not really much to talk about except the video. Let's take a look. I will play this video in its entirety.
We are a failing nation. We are a nation that has the highest inflation in over 40 years.
Fact.
Where the stock market just finished the worst first half of a year in more than 5 decades.
Fact.
We are a nation that has the highest energy cost in its history.
Fact.
And we are no longer energy independent or energy dominant, which we
Fact.
were just 2 short years ago. We are a nation that is begging Venezuela and Saudi Arabia for oil.
Truth.
We are a nation that surrendered in Afghanistan, leaving behind dead soldiers, American citizens, and $85 billion worth of the finest military equipment in the world.
Wow. For
We are
all
a
you
nation
who've
that
forgotten.
allowed Russia to devastate a country, Ukraine, killing hundreds of thousands of people, and it will only get worse.
Situation is still
We're a
very
nation
questionable
that has
in
weaponized
Ukraine.
its law enforcement against the opposing political party like never before. We've never seen anything like this. We're a nation that no longer has a free and fair press. Fake news is about all you get. We are a nation where free speech is no longer allowed, where crime is rampant like never before,
Truth.
where the economy has been collapsing, where more people died of COVID in 2021 than in 2020.
Preach.
We're a nation that is allowing Iran to build a massive nuclear weapon and China to use the trillions and trillions of dollars it's taken from the United States to build a military to rival our own. We are a nation that over the past 2 years is no longer respected or listened to all around the world.
Fact.
And we are a nation that is hostile to liberty and freedom and faith. We are a nation whose economy is floundering, whose stores are not stocked, whose deliveries are not coming, and whose educational system is ranked at the bottom of every list. We are a nation that in many ways has become a joke. But soon we will have greatness again. It was hard-working patriots like you who built this country, and it is hard-working patriots like you who are going to save our country. There is no mountain we cannot climb. There is no summit we cannot reach. There is no challenge we cannot meet. There is no victory we cannot have. We will not bend. We will not break. We will not yield. Ever, ever, ever. We will never give in. We will never give up. And we will never, ever back down. We will never let you down as long as we are confident and united. The tyrants we are fighting do not stand even a little chance. Because we are Americans, and Americans kneel to God and God alone. And
Amen.
it is time to start talking about greatness for our country again.
Amen. True. Very true. Very true. My thoughts. Wow. Very powerful video. Very powerful. But in regards to Mitch McConnell's comments regarding the floods in Kentucky, yes, they were devastating floods in Kentucky, no doubt. But for him to refuse to answer any kind of question, even just give out a little blurb in regards to the raid, I think is insulting. But then again, anybody who knows Mitch McConnell's history, this is what he does. Mr. Gobbler himself. But then again, if he were to make a comment in support of former President Donald Trump, being that this is the same guy who was in favor of impeaching him, not once, but twice, yeah, the man's in jeopardy of losing his leadership in the Senate if he were to make any kind of favorable comment in regards to his to condemnation, shall I say, of the raid. Now regarding the video, very powerful, as I said. This is I saw this last night on Instagram, and wow. No matter what you think of the former president of the United States, no matter whether you think he is guilty or whether you think this is just a flat-out witch hunt that's been going on for the last 6 years, as I do, you can't deny that everything he said in the video is factual. Is factual. You cannot dispute anything in the video. Maybe, if anything, as I said during the video, questionable in regards to the severity going on in Ukraine. At the end of the day, when he says the best are yet to come regarding the United States, I believe that for a fact, but it's only through him and not through man that we're going to get through this. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Berganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more just like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.